Hello. So today I'm not sure how many of you guys watch Adventure Time, hopefully enough. But I wanted to talk about a couple of the episodes. Everything to do with the blade of grass is very interesting. It kind of taps into that question of, like, what happens when the boundaries of your identity get a bit fuzzy, and some of the problems or issues that can go along with that. And also just some, like, friendship things between Finn and Jake I find very endearing. So Jake's protective over Finn, but also delivers bad news that his sword is not very effective anymore, and that he needs to get a new one. So they go together to the market to get a sword, and they find this kind of sketchy vendor that sells Finn a grass sword. And it seems cool and fancy at first, and, like, more than you'd expect, because it's an innocuous blade of grass, pretty much, but it enables Finn to do things that he was not able to do before. And then that night, he has a nightmare that the sword is basically taking over his body. And, I don't know, dreams have always been also very significant to me, because I know I mostly have fear dreams, so I kind of connected with that. And, yeah, just that idea is that we get uncomfortable when, like, we don't think of anything like if we're just driving a car or whatever. Normally we cannot move, like, 70 miles per hour, but if we're driving a car, it's like, okay, well, that's fine. It's, like, augmenting my speed in a way, but I'm still separate from the car. The car is just a tool. But, what gets uncomfortable for Finn is that eventually he can't, the sword kind of does become part of him, and he can no longer remove it from himself. And so then that what did I want to say? Yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of like, where is that line of, like, comfort? It definitely varies between individual. There's definitely people out there who are very into the whole transhumanism movement, which I don't know, it's definitely, it's starting to become an issue, the topic to talk about now, but definitely in the future, when we have more advances in technology and more advances in medicine, it will be a topic of greater debate, I think. Because, yeah, right now there's, like, slight things you can take, like, different nootropics, for, like, cognitive enhancement or whatever, and but it doesn't have significant results, but that kind of brings into question, like, I don't know, when we can start having these significant improvements, I don't know, just what does that mean as far as our identity? Is our identity we start to feel that we're losing ourselves and putting more of it into these things that we're adding to ourselves. I don't know. So I'm curious what you guys think. How would you feel if you were Finn? Would you embrace this new addition, or would it cause you some sort of discomfort, or how would you go about it? Okay. Is there anything else I want to say? There's another episode I'll speak about later, the Billy's Bucket List. I'll make a new video. I've been speaking for a while, I think. But, yeah, okay. Alright. Oh, okay. No, I want to talk about the end. I didn't talk about the end. Okay, so in the end, he, like... okay, well, he does... he does end up accepting it, and he finds that once he accepts it, he has more control over it, and that kind of, like, he can reclaim his identity then, where it's not, like, taking over, that his initial fear was that it was kind of taking over and, like, surpassing his own skill set or his own identity, but then, yeah, in the end, maybe, I guess, once you can come to terms with it, or, like, connect with the new edition or whatever, I don't know, it becomes part of you, I guess, and then it's no longer a question of, like, oh, this separate thing, it is you, I guess, in a way. Also, I thought an interesting thing too is that even though it is like a separate thing and it kind of does have seemingly its own consciousness, anytime he does like do little slicey moves or whatever, it always like it has his mark, like it has his little face that comes out or whatever. So it's not. It still is like, I don't know. It's confusing as far as like how much is him and how much isn't him. But yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Bye, you guys.